Hi, I'm Laurin Seiden, and welcome to New You Development. Today we are fortunate to be here with David Wolfe. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Laurin. It's always a pleasure to hang out with you.
Same here. So I thought we're here in our kitchen and we're about to have some dinner. I thought we'd just share the story briefly of how we met and how we ended up here in this kitchen together. Which is actually...
I flew into this city, this is about 3 years ago. I flew into New York City. I didn't have any assistants with me. I didn't have a secretary with me. And I got into the city and I was doing all these events. And the last day I had this event to do in the afternoon, and I got a call in the morning from Doug Evans. And I was staying at Doug's place. He's the co-owner and operator of this company, this juice company, Organic Avenue. And he said, my friend Joel really wants to meet you. And can you fit him in for lunch? I said, yeah, actually I can fit him in for lunch. Half hour later, Doug calls back and says, actually, Joel can't make it, but his daughter Laurin can. And that's how we met. So we went to Candle 79 for lunch, which is a great restaurant.
It is great.
in the city here. And we looked at the menu and we thought, well, let's get dessert. We just had dessert, and that's how it all started. And we went from there. I remember we went back and we got all my stuff together and we went over to this expo because I had to literally leave from this expo to fly overseas. And you were such an amazing help. I couldn't believe that I had manifested this incredible person to help support me that day. And I was going through the whole day, doing the whole event, and then I was thinking, okay, I've got $20,000 in merchandise sitting over in London. I've got all my books shipped over there for all my events and retreats and everything was happening over there. And I had
I didn't know any of that.
Yeah, you didn't know any of this. She didn't know any of this. I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm dealing with all this stuff that I'm worried about over here. And surely enough.
Yeah, I remember we were walking down the hallway and he said to me, if you could manifest anything right now, what would that be? And in my head I thought, well, meeting you a few days ago, because I put it out there, that was really something I wanted. And then I thought, I really want to go to London. I didn't say that at the time, no. And so then after he speaks, he gives his keynote speech at the New Life Expo. All of a sudden we're done and I'm like, I want to go to London. And you are thrilled because now you have an assistant.
It was a dream come true, and we had so much fun.
We did.
Memorable moments that will be with us for the rest of our lives.
And now it's what, 3 years later?
3 years later, and we've actually traveled all around the world together, done a lot of interesting things. You came out to Hawaii, we had so much fun there, and we run into each other here, there, and everywhere.
And you know, you were someone I really wanted to meet, and you know, why is that? How did you get started?
Well, I got into natural foods because when I was in college, I was only buying 20 foods. It wasn't like my mom was buying food anymore. So I would go out and I'd buy this food, and I realized that there's something in these 10 foods or these 10 foods or somewhere in these 20, something's wrong.
Right.
It's not agreeing with me. I was having digestive problems. And I took these 10, tried them all out, everything was fine. I took these 10, I found something in here is not working for me. And I split those in half, 5 and 5. Eventually I narrowed it down to 2 foods. Grape nut cereal and milk. And one morning I got up, had just the grape nut cereal, everything was okay. The next morning I got up, had the milk, everything went wonky. And I realized I had a dairy allergy. And I've been allergic to dairy products pretty much for a number of years and didn't know it, so I was kind of paying this price that I wasn't aware of. So I stopped at that time and immediately felt better.
Because you used to eat like everybody else, right?
Oh, I ate everything, right?
Okay.
I ate every kind of junk food. I grew up with American junk food. And I never even heard what the word organic meant.
Right.
And that's how it started for me. I just started to look into, okay, if I'm not going to have dairy products, where do I get my calcium? And how do I develop a diet that's going to work for me? And the rest is history. Because
how long ago was that?
Oh, this is about 22 or 23 years ago.
Wow, and still standing.
Still standing, and having more fun than ever before, and feeling healthier and better than ever. No aches, no pains.
Yeah.
I feel amazing. It's like I'm 16 still.
That's awesome. So we figured we'd share with you guys a little bit what we're about to have for dinner tonight. We have a raw food feast here. We've got some raw lasagna, some raw sushi, some salad with avocado, hemp seeds, raw crackers, some collard greens with some different veggies, and our green juice, some watermelon juice. So this is what we're going to be having for dinner. And we thought, you know, instead of having you guys listen to a 30-minute interview, because David's been so generous with his time being in New York here and getting to hang out with us, that, you know, we would split this up into a few minute segments. So it's easy for you guys to watch. And so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go enjoy some dinner and then come back and join us for session number 2. Thanks.
Thanks.